Hello all, welcome to Revisiting Android Application Security course by Encyphers. My name is Farhad Sajid and I will be your course mentor for today's lecture on classes.txt file. Right now, classes.txt file is the file which contains our Java source code and is compiled into static executable byte format. So let's go ahead and examine our classes.txt file. Right. So for that, I'm using Mobexler over here, right? So I'm having Mobexler over here. You can download Mobexler from mobexler.com. And if you notice, I already went ahead and unzipped the ecards and keys.apk file. And for the classes.txt file actually belongs to ecards and keys.apk. You can simply go ahead, open up the terminal and cd into your directory where you have stored your classes ecards and keys application. And once you have got it, just you have to go ahead and say unzip ecards and keys.apk, and that should basically get you hold of the classes.txt file. Now once you are up with classes.txt file, follow along. Now the first thing, if it is your first time looking into classes.txt file, the very first thing that you should do is to go ahead, let me increase the size. So the very first thing that you should do is that you go ahead and understand the file type. So let's say file classes.txt, and now we can see it's a Dalvik.txt file version 035, right? Next, let's go ahead and maybe we can do strings and see if there are any strings available in classes.txt, or if we can get hold of that. And let me pipe it to less so that I can scroll a bit. We might have, but as of now it's not making sense. So maybe we can just stop it for now, but I will highly recommend you to go ahead and look into the strings that are available in the classes.txt file. Right now, what we can do is that we can go ahead and open this up in the hex editor. Right, as using hex editor, we can go ahead and see some header information, and we can also see if the file is compressed or there are some kind of, let's say, patterns or strings that might be useful for us. Now you can go ahead and use any hex editor of your choice. I'm over here using ghex. So ghex, you can install it using sudo apt get install ghex. I've already done that. So it will be showing that it's already the newer version. So I've already done that, but you can, if you're doing it for the first time, you can go ahead and use sudo apt get install ghex, and that should do the job, right? Once you've done that, let me go ahead and say ghex and classes.txt file, and that basically should load up the ghex GUI, right? Now, from the beginning, we can see dex.035 that we actually saw when we are going ahead and examining the file type, right? The next thing that we can do is that, see, since we know that this file contains the Java source code, why not we go ahead and let's see if we can find some strings related to Java, right? Now you can either go ahead and click on edit and click on find, or you can just use Control F, whatever you feel like. Now in the right hand side pane, you can just go ahead and type Java, right? And click on find next, and let's see. And here you can see we have some instances of Java, right? And if I go ahead and increase the GUI window, we can see some string, did you forgot to close a response body, and something like that. So we are getting some strings right over here. So you are more than welcome to go ahead and go through all these particular strings and see if any of these strings are something which might be juicy or might be of interest, right? Now, this is something amazing about, so over here, we can identify string references, which seems to be part of our source code. And this is something I will say amazing about Java bytecode, because we can go ahead and reconstruct the source code nearly close to the original one by decompiling this file afterwards. So for now, using ghex, we get this particular amazing nice view and some string references, but we can't go ahead and disassemble or decompile that, right? And for that, we are going to use another utility or the tool, that is dexdump, right? So you can again install dexdump by saying sudo apt get install dexdump, right? I've already done that. But if you are first time, you can go ahead and just say sudo apt-get install dexdump, and that should do it. Once done, let's go ahead and run dexdump. And over here, we can see the options of dexdump. The one for us will be of interest is the disassembling of the code segment or the code sections, right? Because it's important one, as it will be able to disassemble the code section of the classes.dex file, right? Now that code section will be in Smalley. So let's go ahead and use dexdump and mention the option -d with classes.dex file, and let me pipe it to less so that I can scroll. All right, and this is how it basically looks like, right? So if you scroll down a bit, you will find, all right, so you will see over here we got the byte representation, right? And in the left hand, in the left hand side we got the byte representation, and in the right hand side we got the Smalley, right? Now using that, you will be able to go ahead and understand the code or the logic, or basically disassemble or understand what are the things that are of interest for us to look forward within this particular applications, right? Now, no need to worry if this is your first time going ahead and understanding or looking into Smalley. We'll be having a deep dive into Smalley to understand how Smalley looks like, and we'll be at the end of that we'll be able to understand how to rewrite all of this and understand or analyze the Smalley code. Okay, but for the time being, I just leave the dex dump as well as ghex at your arsenal for you to go ahead and play around with it, right? Cool. So that's all in mind I had for this particular lecture. Hope you like it. In case you have any queries or questions, feel free to drop us an email or send us a message at our chat platform. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the upcoming lectures.